Hello guys, welcome to the course of TCP/IP. Today we are going to discuss about the IPsec. Now in this IPsec, what we are going to do, what is IPsec, what are the use of IPsec, then the architecture and the services of the IPsec. So let's start the today's IPsec. Now in this particular IPsec, and this IPsec is what the IP security. It means the term IPsec, in that IP stand for Internet Protocol and sec stand for secure. As we know, guys, the internet protocol, there is IP protocol, is the main routing protocol used on the internet. It designed, it designated where the data will goes using the IP address. So what we have IP protocol, and the purpose of IP protocol is what to transfer the datagrams or maybe the packets from the source to the destination. Okay, so this is the purpose of IP protocol. We also have another protocol, that is ICMP protocol. ICMP protocol. What happened with the ICMP protocol? Whatever the error message occurs during this IP protocol operation, this report the error messages. But till now we haven't discussed about what the security mechanism of this particular IP packets. So what today we are going to discuss about the how we can give the security to that particular datagrams or packets which are travels over the network. So here IP security is the Internet Engineering Task Force standard suite of protocols between two communication points across the IP network that provides the data authentication, integrity, and confidentiality. It means I have, let's say, sender and I have a receiver. I have a receiver. If these two parties are communicating from two ends, so here our network and our datagram supposed to be secure so that other users cannot get that data directly. So for this purpose, what we have IP security, internet protocol security, in that the very first service we can say the authentication. It means it verifies the identity of the user. The process or the device are often as the prerequisite of all allowing access. Okay, so here authentication says that who is sender, identify that user, identify that process who has sent the process, the device from which device it has sent. So these all kind of authentications are going to be verified with the IP security, because the sender is sending data to the receiver, so receiver must know who has sent the data to me. The authentication is already available. Then the integrity. Whatever the data sent by the sender, let's say it is sending X, so this data need not to be changed, cannot be changed. X plus one. This kind of scenario is not allowed. So integrity is not data not added, deleted, or maybe modified. So whatever the data is sent by the sender, it's supposed to be received by the receiver. It's the duty of now IP security to ensure that things. So X never comes X plus one, never create X plus one or X minus one or anything kind. The modification is not allowed. Then the third is what? That confidentiality. That information keep private and secure. So whatever the data, what let's say if I sending sender sending hi message to the receiver, that hi message is going to be sent to the receiver. No in between mechanism, no in between network can access that particular data. This is what the private and secure. So I guess that the IP security definition is clear to you. So IP security is what the set of standard suite of protocols between two communication points across the IP network. With that provide these three things clearly. These three things clearly. So I hope guys the definition is clear. Let's move further. What are the use of the IP security? So it is some kind of objectives I can say. IP security can be used for the following things. Number one, to encrypt the application layer data. It is secure because it adds encryption and authentication to this process. We have discussed the authentication. Okay, so whatever the data is going to be sent on the encryption application layers, encrypt the application layer data, it is going to be secure because it provides the encryption and the authentication. Okay, to provide the security for the routers sending routing data across the public internet by encryption, decryption, and authentication of packets sent over the public network. Whatever the data is sending on the public network, we are using internet. On that internet, we are sending data. So our data is secure. Okay, no one can directly hamper it. No one can directly access it. So this is what the second use. Third use, to provide the authentication without encryption also, like the authentication that the data originated from the known sender. So this facility is also available. It is also used to protect the network data by splitting its up circuits using the IPsec tunneling, in which all the data is being sent between the two endpoints is encrypted, as with the virtual private network connection. So what we have, the virtual private network, this is what one of the application of MPLS technology nowadays is using. So here, the separate tunnelings are, tunneling is what the secure mechanisms to transfer the data. Okay, this also is going to be provided by splitting the circuit in using the IPsec tunneling for the data. Apart from this, IPsec is often used for the setup of the VPNs, virtual private networks, and it works in the encrypted IP packets by the encrypted IP packets along with the authentication and security with the packets comes from. Okay, so these are the uses of. Apart from this, what the authentication integrity, these all the rules, all these mechanisms are also available. But these are what the additional uses of this one. Now let's talk about the architecture, how the IPsec architecture is, or what how. So here the architecture start. There are some components in this IP security architecture. There are two protocols, majorly two protocols. Very first is the ESP protocol, that is encapsulation security payload protocol, and the AH protocol, that is authentication header protocol. All these components are used for providing three main services as we discussed earlier, that confidentiality, authentication, and integrity. How these are going to be provided? So let's take one by one element of this particular architecture. In that very first is what the architecture. What is the purpose of the architecture, guys? The purpose, the architecture or the IP security architectures cover the general concepts, definitions, protocols, algorithms, and security requirement of IP security technology. So whatever the general or fundamentals or terminologies are available, and that is going to be provided with by using this architecture, where the concept, the definitions, the protocols, which protocols to be used, which algorithm to be used, and the security requirements for that specifically data packets. So this is what going to be ensured by thoroughly. Second, ESP. Here in this video, we are discussing the ESP in short and AH also in short. And we have separate lectures for this ESP and the AH protocols. ESP, that is encapsulation security payload, provide the confidentiality services. The encapsulation service payload is implemented in either two way. It can be either ESP with the optional authentication, or it can be in ESP with the authentication. Okay, so this is what the ESP encapsulation. Then the encryption. What do you mean by encryption? Converting the plain text into the ciphertext is what the encryption, so that other user cannot easily get the idea and meaning of that particular message. Let's say if I have a, so A can be converted into, let's say, dollar sign, anything. Okay, so encryption. So there are so many of algorithms are available. AES, DS algorithms are available. Hash SHA algorithms are available for the encryption. IPsec encrypt the payload within each packet, and each packet IP headers. Each header, this keeps data sent over the IPsec secure and private. So in order to keep the data secure and private, the encryption is going to be used. Okay, so there are two actually modes are available: transport mode and the tunnel mode. We have also separate video to how that data is going to be secured, where the transport mode and tunnel modes, so that the details are discussed in that. So but the meaning of this encryption, guys, only to keep the data packet secure and private, we have to use the encryption. There are different algorithms are available with that, so that others users cannot easily get that particular meaning of the content whatever they send from the source to the receiver. Then the next parameter in this particular architecture, a component, that is AH. That is AH stand for authentication header. This protocol provide both authentication and the integrity service. The authentication header is implemented in one way only, that is authentication along with the integrity. Okay, so this also we have a separate video for authentication header, where the authentication and integrity is going to be provided. Now, what do you mean by authentication and integrity? We have discussed the data cannot be modified, and who is the source, we can say the guarantees. Then authentication algorithm. The authentication algorithm contains the set of documents that describe authentication algorithm used for the authentication header and for authentication option of ESP. So it includes the which type of algorithm, like the stamp of authenticity on the collectible items. Let's say. So this is what the stamp authority, that whatever the outer cover is going to be available without that particular document is what the example of this authentication algorithm. This ensures that the packets are from the trusted source and not an attackers. Whatever the sender and receiver is receiving the data. The receiver always, let's say if I have a registered post, if I have any speed post, what we generally we see that stamp over that particular letter. So we can get the guarantee that okay, this is it, this I have received from the trusted party. So it is easy to access me, and it is no there is no any harm to access that particular data packets. Then next component is DOI, domain of interpretation. What is the purpose of domain of interpretation? Domain of interpretation is the identifier which support both AH and ESP protocols. It contains the values needed for documentation related to each other. So it is about the value. It is what generally kind of integer values, which contain values and it need for the documentation related to each others. Okay, for the verification purpose, for interpretation purpose, to identification purpose, is all going to be things like if we have a research paper over here, the DOI is already available. Okay, the key value is available with that particular. Then the key management. Next component, the key management contains the document that describe how the keys are exchanged between the sender and the receiver. We might have heard about the DP helmet keys and all, so that the key can securely exchange. Because if we provide the security to data or maybe the packets itself, so we also need to provide the security to that key. How that key is going to be exchanged. The key management is going to be take care of all these things. So here the key exchange is what key are necessary for the encryption. The key is a string of random characters that can be used to lock and unlock. That is, lock is what the encryption, unlock is what decryption to the message. The IPsec set up the key with the key exchange between the connected devices so that each devices can decrypt the other device's message. Like there are public key, private key, and secret key. What happened? Let's say if I sending the H to the receiver, so this H is going to be converted into ciphertext. Let's say H become the dollar, and how this become dollar, and that the receiver side there's supposed to be a key to recover that dollar into the H. So this is what the purpose of key, that in order to open that particular log which has assigned at the time of encryption at the sender. So that is what the key management or key exchange use. Okay, so this is what the architecture, guys. And this last slides, what we are going to discuss, we are going to discuss about the services provided by the IPsec. Okay, so here there are list of services are available. Very first is access control. Very first is what the access control. Here the IPsec provide the access control directly using the secure association database, that is SAD. When the packets arrived at the destination and there is a no security associated already established for the packet is discarded. Okay, it is obvious that we are saying that the data packets are secured, but the receiver is receiving the data packets without any, but it can see the security. So it is obviously the packets are going to be discarded. So these are the discarded at the both the protocols, the AH protocol and the ESP protocol also. So access control. Second one, message integrity. The message integrity is present in the both AH and ESP. The digest of the data is created and sent by the sender to be checked by the receiver. So what is meant by message integrity? Message integrity. The message integrity is the available in the both the cases, so that the receiver can say the data is not modified and data is not added or deleted for. Okay, so this is what message authentication or message integrity. Then entity authentication. Entity authentication. The security association and the keybase hash digest of the data sent by the sender authenticate the sender of the data in both AH and this one. Okay, so here also the who is the sender, entity authentication, the sender information is going to be uh, available over here, so that the receiver can say that I have received the content from the trusted party, where it is used the security association that keys hash digest. So there is a concept of digest, guys, because it is what the reduced format of that particular key. Then the confidentiality, the encryption of the message in the ESP provided confidentiality. Here ESP it is available confidentially provided by the ESP. The AH, however, does not provide the confidentiality. If confidentiality is needed, one should use the ESP instead of AH. Okay, so here confidentiality is not available in AH protocol. Then the reply attack, the protection in the both the protocols, it protects both the protocols. So AH and the ESP is available. Reply attack is prevented by using the sequence number and the sliding receiving windows. Each IPsec header contains the unique sequence number. Okay, the security association is established. SA protocol is available there. Then the protocol start from this number, sequence number start from 0 to the power 32 minus 1. So this is what the sequence is available with the sequence number. When the sequence number reaches to the maximum, it is reset to the 0, and the same time it old security association is deleted and the new is established. So here this is available in the both the cases in the edge protocol and ESP protocol, guys. So I hope whatever we have discussed, what we have discussed, and you have understood this particular phenomena related with the IPsec. So what we have discussed, guys, use of IPsec, the IP architecture, and their usage of IP security, and what do you mean by IP security. So this is what the agenda for today's lecture. I hope it is okay. Thank you.